Hi everybody, I'm back. This is Heather Clark with Running Totally Free, and you can find my Facebook page, Running Totally Free in High Heels. I'm doubling up on YouTube vlogs today because I feel like I'm catching up a little bit on some topics that occurred to me this week. Might be themes that might be helpful as I try to think throughout the week of topics that might be helpful to people who are trying to who are new to the Dave Ramsey system, or kind of at the point that we are in. And so the thing that had occurred to me was, Michael and I kind of keep an eye on people's interest, which, one of the ways we keep track of that just simply is by views. And we noticed that one of the areas where there is an uptick in views every time we talk about it is the cash envelope system. And we understand that because it is definitely a really, really important part of the budgeting system. Is how to set it up, is how to keep it going, how to deal with problems that come up. There's just so many things that come up with the cash envelope system, even just self-control, which I even touched on a couple videos ago, where I was struggling with that. And so I understand that. And as I was thinking about, well, what have we not covered? It occurred to me that we really never gave anybody I guess like a certain amount to start with. And I thought back to when we began the Financial Peace University, and we first set up our cash envelopes. And I realized something that I would have found helpful was if someone had just given us a number to start with. So if they had said, okay, with groceries, why don't you just start with this number and then kind of work it from there. So for instance, if they had said, for a month's budget of groceries, start with $400 and then tweak from there and see if that covers your family of four. I would have welcomed that, because at least it gave me a number to use to put in our envelope and then see if that worked. Because rather than just kind of pulling a number out of thin air, which I find more difficult to do, I'd rather just be given something to work with first. That would have been so helpful. And maybe there are vlogs out there that do that. I just never came across them. So I wanted to offer that to you guys. Now, this by no means is this is what you have to start with video. That's not what I'm trying to say. In fact, you might vehemently disagree with the amounts that I tell you, hey, why don't you try this? All I'm doing is saying, this is what we're doing right now, and this may not even be what you end up putting in your cash envelope, but at least it gives you a suggestion as something to start, even just to get the gears in your head rolling, and then to help you just come up with an amount, even if it just gets that going. That would be great. At least you're not starting with nothing. So that's why I'm doing this. So this isn't going to take very long. I'll just go over what I think are the common envelopes. I probably won't even go over all of our envelopes, just the ones that I think are most common for people. Okay, so of course, the first one I pulled out was one I don't necessarily think is common for people, but I'll tell you anyway what it is. For lawn, we pay our son to cut the lawn, and it also pays, I think it may pay for the gas for the lawn, and that was, actually, this is good. Let me just premise this. Michael gets paid twice a month. So we have a first, we get paid, well, let's see, we have a first paycheck and a second paycheck. So I'll give you both of those amounts. So the first paycheck is $15, and the second paycheck amount is $15. But let me get something, I didn't organize this well. So let me get to something that is a little bit more applicable. Okay, so something that everybody can relate to is groceries. So we have a family of 5. Our youngest is 15 months, and he is still on formula, which by the grace of God, we are getting for free from our doctor's office. And but he does eat regular food as well, but it just kind of supplements what he's eating still. So, and let me also say that I am using some of this grocery money to pay for wipes. I am using this grocery money for paying for wipes, diapers, and yeah, for wipes and diapers. And then we just added on to this protein powder for my husband as a dietary thing for him, and protein bars. So this is covering that kind of stuff. So $285 for the first 2 weeks, $285 for the second week. And I think that's the only extra stuff that goes into that. Yeah, I believe that's right. So $285 the first 2 weeks, $285 the second weeks. And like I said, that's not all groceries. That's some other toiletry things, but not all of it. It's just the baby stuff that I mentioned. Okay, another one that I think is common to everybody is clothing. So that just comes out of the second paycheck, and it's $28 for adults, or is it, yeah, $28 for adults and $25 for kids. And let's see, sorry for the pause there. I was trying to read my husband's handwriting. Okay, the next one that I think okay, miscellaneous. This was just at the time that we wrote this one, and it still comes up. I would still have a miscellaneous envelope. I still strongly suggest this. Because this has helped as we've still been trying to figure out like the toiletries, household, baby item budget. I would guess this still kind of falls under the category of that kind of stuff, even though we call it miscellaneous. It just helps cover up those little surprise items that have to do with that, and within the house, like even like light bulbs, batteries. So it still kind of comes under household, but it was I don't know, we weren't really sure. That's why we called it miscellaneous. So that is, the first paycheck is $10, the second paycheck is $10. And let me also tell you that the groceries, I usually keep that. I shared another video. I keep that in my clip that I keep in my wallet. I keep the miscellaneous in a clip in my wallet. And then I also keep toiletries and household in a clip in my wallet, which if I can find it right away, here it is, which is the next envelope I'll share with you. I keep that also in a clip in my wallet, even though we have an envelope here, which I use to remind myself when I'm filling it after I've gone to the bank. I then take it right away from the envelope and put it in my clip in my wallet. That way, in case I ever have, an unplanned opportunity to pick something up, then I'll have it in my wallet, because that's just what, that's how life is, as you guys know that. I don't really need to explain it. Okay, so the week one, or paycheck one, that's $30, and for paycheck two, that is also $30. And that's pretty self-explanatory. It's like shampoo, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving cream, razors, house cleaning products, that kind of thing. So $30, $30, so $60 in total, and in a clip in my wallet. All right, something else that would be something everybody could relate to is oil and repairs, that having to do with cars. So oil change in your car, and then you know, saving for that rainy day when you will definitely need repairs to your car. It happens to everybody. So the first paycheck, we put $35 in this envelope, and the second paycheck, we put $30 in. So for the whole month, it's $65. So $35 and $30 equaling $65. Okay, what's another envelope everyone can relate to? Hair care. Okay, this includes haircuts for myself, for my husband, for my son Noah. Abby won't let us get her hair cut. We need to eventually get her hair cut, so this might have to change a little bit. This is my haircut, my hair coloring, and it's gonna have to start including Gabe. So we're gonna have to revisit this envelope at some point. I basically skipped a haircut. It's taken me forever, which is probably how we'll end up covering the haircut that Gabe got. But anyway, so this covers haircuts, the tips, please tip your hairdresser, and hair coloring. Okay, so that was, we pay into this envelope his second paycheck, and it's $64. I think I want to say they pay $15 for haircut. I want to say that's right. They go to a barber. I go to a salon, but I might pay $30 for my haircut. I'm not definitely sure about that. It's been a while, obviously. Okay, so $64 for the month. I don't know if I said this one, but this is house repairs, because inevitably they will happen. And I would say, I don't know, if you rented a house, maybe this would go towards renter's insurance, maybe. And I guess it depends on your agreement with the person that you're renting from, how much you're taking responsibility for. That would be between you and the person you're renting from. The first paycheck is $25, and the second paycheck is $25. So $50 for the month. So that's house repairs. And that has gone, gosh, we've used that because we had to replace our faucet. What else have we had to fix? My mind is failing me right now, but we're having to stain our deck because that was way overdue. I'm forgetting right now, guys. I'm sorry. So that's $50 for the month. Okay, dry cleaning. My husband has to have his jackets for work dry cleaned. Thankfully, he doesn't also have to have his shirts dry cleaned. It used to be that way. He used to wear suits, but they changed the policy for the clothing, which is a blessing in regards to the whole dry cleaning thing. So, but this also, we have IKEA couches that they're white, but we got them that way. We bought them used on Craigslist, and we got them, believe it or not, even with little kids, because you can wash them at the laundromat, the covers, slip covers, very inexpensively, and then you can replace the covers super cheap. They're like maybe $50 for a new slip cover, which we had read so many blogs on these couches. Maybe you've heard of this before, about how great they were for that. They're actually more family friendly when you think of it that way than a regular couch. And we looked up all these different techniques for washing them in a cost-effective way, and it really works. It's amazing. So this also helps pay for all the laundry products, like the OxyClean and the laundry detergent. It's nothing special. But it still costs money to buy those things. So dry cleaning is, we take that out of the second paycheck, and it's $20. So that's a good place to start, because I'm sure there are people out there who have to pay for dry cleaning for their work clothes. Okay, so now we're getting into some envelopes that may not be quite the same, but you might find that you have these too. So for vacation, and this has covered some other trips during the year, like helped pay for gas for going to Great Adventure or Six Flags, which we did recently. So it's $15 the first paycheck and $50 the second week. So overall, altogether, it was $65 for the month. And then we have a gifts, which is a really good one. And I think we had decided at Christmas time, it was like $100 per person, and then $50 for each birthday. Yeah, I think that's right. But I think that was supposed to include, I don't know if we accounted for food. So I have to ask Michael about that. But anyway, it's a good starting point at least. So for gifts, it was the second paycheck and it was $80. So $80 for the month. Yeah, so that's gifts. And then we call it running gear, but you might want to call this the gym or exercise or school sports, something along those lines. So ours was, the first paycheck was $20, the second paycheck was $20. So for those of you who get paid once, it would be $40. So that might be extracurricular sports, because I know that's the case for many families. Or it might be going, you know, your monthly gym cost. For us, it's buying running shoes. The next one is school supplies or school curriculum. For us, we are a homeschooling family, so we know we're going to be purchasing not only, you know, school supplies like everybody else, but we're going to be purchasing curriculum, which I do lots of different times in the year. So that was, we pay that out on our second paycheck, and it's $50. So $50 a month. And I know even with any school, whether it be private school or public school, there are still some school fees, whether it be the 1,000,001 requests for your, you know, for you to help contribute to Kleenex boxes and whatever else you're asked to help pay for the classroom, or the school trips that the kids go on. I know from just talking to friends who have children in those scenarios that there are costs even to that type of school situation. So you might still need an envelope. It's just the need is a little different. So you probably need to save toward that anyway. So that applies to you as well, just for a different reason. Okay. Let's see, we went over gifts, vacation, and my last envelope that I am coming across right now, I don't think there's any other ones floating around. Hopefully not. I try to stay organized. For us, it's firewood. Firewood's just a big deal for our family.
Me too.
We like having firewood in the winter. It's just a part of kind of our entertainment. And so for us, that's $10. Comes out of the second paycheck, and it's $10 a month. So you might have your envelope that's special to your family. Everybody does. You'll have a couple of them that are just, you know, what your family does. And that's okay. That's good, guys. Because you need to, you know, you need to bless your family the way that fits your family's personality. Now, granted, there's other categories. You know, it's not like we don't pay our electricity, or we do have blow money that they don't actually go in envelopes, but they just go directly in our wallets. So Michael and I each get $10 per 2 weeks. So $20 a month of blow money. For gas in our gas tank, it's $110 for 2 weeks. So $220 a month goes towards gasoline to run our car. He has to drive quite a distance to get to work. That might be a lower amount for you. I hope it is. I hope your commute isn't as long as Michael's is. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that doesn't get an envelope. I think that was it. And then there's, of course, the you know, our electricity bill and our what else? Our water bill, all the things that we pay online directly from our bank account, our mortgage. No, we don't have a toilet. Well, we do have our trash bill. You know, those kinds of things that get paid directly from our bank account.
What about
but I think that's about it. Just send me any questions you might have if I missed something, and you know, you or you wanted to, you just asking what we thought about something, we're glad to help out, or just kind of give you somebody to say, hey, what do you think about this? We're glad to, just give you somebody to bounce some ideas off of. We're no experts. We're only, gosh, we've been doing this since January, but we're happy to help you think through some ideas. So hopefully this helped you. Like I said, continue to come back to our channel, Running Totally Free. We're just here living life on After Financial Peace University, trying to be successful at this whole new life, and trying to live totally free, not only financially, but spiritually as well. And we just hope that we can in some way inspire you to keep walking the walk, and that we're trying to not just talk the talk, but transform our family's life and our future through these changes that we're making. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.